Hey everybody, KC here. So because of my relentless journalistic curiosity and the fact that I did co-author a book about business lessons from the movies, yes, I'm going to see Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour movie. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not going in for the entire Taylor Swift movie experience. I deliberately chose an afternoon show so I would not be in a theater filled with Swifties. In part because I just don't want to be in a theater filled with Swifties. Also because I'm like, an old guy showing up by himself. It gets a little creepy. I had to be careful about the movie showing that I picked when I went to see Barbie too. It just gets a little weird. And I couldn't get Mrs. Content Guy to go with me. But anyway, tons of business lessons, right, from Taylor Swift, who continues to be a disruptor within her field. She basically funded this movie, the production of this movie, by herself. When she decided to release it, what she was going to do, she bypassed the usual studio distribution system, basically made a deal with AMC Theaters, and made a really interesting economic deal. The theater showing the movie gets 43% of the ticket sale, and basically Taylor Swift and AMC, which is handling the distribution, they split the other 57%, and apparently Taylor Swift gets the lion's share of that. In addition, she set the ticket price, $19.98, because that reflects both her birth year and a title of one of her albums. I didn't have to pay that. I'm a senior citizen. I got them for $13.13. She totally challenges the way business has traditionally been done in the movie business. And I think it's fair to say right now, she is the biggest property in the entertainment business. So I'm going to go in. I got my Twizzlers. I'm going to go in. I'm going to sit and watch the movie. 2 hours and 45 minutes of Taylor Swift singing, and I will come back when I'm done to tell you a little bit about the experience and have some final observations. So. Hey everybody. So I'm back, and I can tell you the movie's over. It was an utterly entertaining, involving 2.5 hours plus of Taylor Swift singing and dancing. The production elements are just extraordinary. The things I'm watching, I can't even figure out how they did it. It's also really interesting. I have no idea what it would like to actually be there. In some ways, you have actually the best seat in the house because they're able to pick the shots. On the other hand, there's a little bit missing because it is a taped live performance, and as somebody who loves live performance, I would love to have had the opportunity to have been there, but they were going for like $1,000 a ticket, so I don't think so. There's a wonderful moment at the beginning of the thing where she's singing a song and she talks about, I'm like the man, and that's in so many ways. Taylor Swift is the man, right? She has figured out how to take total control of the business side of her business and the creative side of the business. And I have to say, it's really energizing, and I would think, especially to young women, empowering to see somebody to actually do that. There's also a point towards the end of the concert where she's singing a song, and she looks at the audience and she says, "And you're mine," and she is absolutely right. But I have to say, watching this movie, okay, and listen, I don't go to movie theaters very, very much anymore. Except, I got out of the habit during COVID, and there aren't as many things that I want to watch. I did actually have an idea, though. The folks who produced the Oscars, well, they better hope that this movie gets nominated for Best Picture. And it's not hard to imagine that it could be. It's going to be highly successful. A lot of people are seeing it, and I think people do recognize that any movie that brings people back into the theater is a good thing. So it's not hard to imagine that it gets nominated for an Oscar, which means she might be at the Academy Awards. Well, if she's at the Academy Awards, maybe the folks who produced the Oscars could get Taylor Swift to actually perform a song from the movie at the Oscars. And then I have an even better idea. They should get Taylor Swift to actually host the Oscars. They want to guarantee that people will watch. That's one way to do it. The ratings will skyrocket. The ad rates will skyrocket, and it would actually turn the Oscars into something that's sort of relevant to people. So many people would want to see it. So, and here's the thing. Is there too much money that they could pay Taylor Swift to host the Oscars? I just think they ought to open the vault and say, Taylor, what would you do to get people to connect with movies one more time? Anyway, well, somebody's having a long conversation. Anyway, that's what's on my mind. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.